Okay, so we'll get started. So we're gonna start standing today off our mat. And so it's Thursday, so we're gonna work into our upper body today. I'm also gonna sneak in some inner thighs, always important. And then we'll work our core and open up our hips, shoulders, and our spine. So arms will be down by our side, nice and tall. Just gonna take an inhale, lifting the arms up. And on the exhale, we're gonna start rounding down, coming into your roll down. Sinking all the way down, nice and low, head is dangling. Take an inhale at the bottom. And on the exhale, slowly start lifting yourself back up, lifting the arms up. Take a nice inhale, and on the exhale, rounding down. Good, take a nice inhale at the bottom. On the exhale, all the way back up. At the top, I want you to hold the arms up here. We're gonna come into our cactus arms. So elbows come down, you're gonna look up, tuck the tailbone in, reach the arms back up, and then coming back down into your roll down. Soft bend in the knees, and then slowly start rising all the way back up. Arms come up, elbows come down, look up slightly, expanding through the chest, and then rounding down. Last time, all the way up, reaching the arms up, pull them into your cactus, expanding through that chest, reach the arms up, and then bring them all the way down, just down by your sides. Okay, so we're gonna come out to a little bit of a wider stance with our feet. Arms are just relaxed at our sides. We're just gonna reach one arm over, we're into our side bend, and then come back to center. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, reaching the other arm over. So just starting to be aware of where you're feeling this in your body. Inhale, and exhale. The next one, I want you to hold yourself over here in your side bend. We're gonna do a quarter of a turn with the top arm. Gaze will come down towards the floor. Bring the arm back up, and all the way down. Same thing with the other side. Over, quarter of a turn, and back up. Good. Inhale, and exhale. Nice inhale, and exhale. One more time to each side. Keep the feet nice and heavy. That last time to this side. Good job. And bring it in the arms all the way down. Good. Walk your feet back in together. So we'll have them about hip bone distance apart. Feet are parallel. Hands will just be onto the waist. We're just going to rise up onto the ball of the foot. So just a heel lift. And I just want you to notice where your body weight is in your feet. You want to keep it towards your big toe, right below the big toe, the ball of the foot. Try not to let your weight go out to your baby toe. Good. Think about lifting straight up, not forward, and straight back down. One more time. Okay, so on the next one, arms will come down by our side. We're going to do our chest expansion, and we're going to sneak in some balancing work. So up nice and tall. I'll just go from the side so you can see me. Shoulders are back, arms are down at your side. We're going to rise up onto the ball of foot, and as we rise up, we're going to press the arms slightly behind us, and then lower it back down. And again, lift, press the arms back, and lower. So you can inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. Keep the belly in and up. Feeling that chest expanding as you rise and press the arms behind you. On the next one, we're going to hold ourselves up here, nice and tall. And you're going to keep your heels lifted, keep yourself in this position. We're just going to look over the right shoulder. So turning the head to one side. Come back to center, and then turn your head to the left. Come back to center, lower the arms towards the ceiling, turning the palms in towards each other. We're just going to take the arms out to a T position at our side, just so they come to a hover. We're going to bring the arms back up. We're going to pause here when the arms are straight. We're going to lift just the shoulder blades up off the mat. Let them drop down nice and heavy, and then go back to your T position. Arms come back up. Pause here, lift the shoulder blades up. Let them drop down nice and heavy, and then take the arms out to a T. So just noticing your breath here. Keeping the head nice and heavy onto the mat. Don't let the head lift as you lift those shoulder blades. That's it. Let's do a few more. Rib cage is nice and heavy. One more time. I want you to end with both arms up towards the ceiling. We're going to go into our nice big arm circle. So you can choose whichever direction. So arms either come all the way overhead or down by your sides, and then swing them out to the side and back up towards the ceiling. You can have a slight tuck of the chin just so that the neck is nice and long here. Inhale and exhale. Go in the other direction. Good. One more time. Good. And bringing the arms down. Okay, so we're going to place 2 fingers on each hip bone. And we're just going to keep those fingers on each hip bone, and we're going to go into our tuck and untuck. Tuck and untuck. So think about that glass of water on your belly button. You're tipping it towards you, and then you're tipping it away from you. Do a few more. I want you to find your neutral. So hip bones are level. You're not going to tuck or untuck. You're in between that. We're going to go into our teeter-totter. So you're going to let one hip bone sink down as the other hip bone lifts just a little bit. So this is a small movement. Come back to center. Let the other hip bone dip down as the other hip bone lifts just slightly. So less is more here. You don't want your knees swaying. We're trying to keep the movement isolated only to the pelvis. I like to think of a marble rolling from one hip bone to the other. One more time to each side. Excellent. And coming back to your neutral. I'm going to have you grab onto your band if you're using it today, if you have one. You're going to place it around the ball of your right foot. And you're going to extend the leg up straight towards the ceiling. Elbows are bent. So shoulders are relaxed onto the mat. We're just going to go into our leg raise, so lowering it down and lifting it back up. Just notice your breath. You can inhale as you lower and exhale as you lift it back up. Just feel a little bit of a stretch up the back of the leg. One more time. We're going to hold the leg up towards the ceiling. I now want you to slide your left leg out straight. Try and keep that right leg nice and straight. We're just going to draw the right leg over across the body. I want you to have it come as far as you feel that right hip lift off the mat. Bring the leg back to center. We're going to do that again. Draw the leg over. Feel that right hip lift off the mat. And again. One more time. Come back to center. You're going to do that again. You're going to take that leg over. Feel the hip lift. Now you're going to circle the leg down towards the other leg, out nice and wide, and back up to where you started. So it's a nice big leg circle. So starting that again, drawing the leg over, hip lifts off the mat, circling it down, back up towards the ceiling. We'll do 2 more. Excellent. And come back to center. Taking the other foot, so left foot comes into the mat, into the band. When you're ready in position, you're going to lower the leg down and then lift it back up. Inhale and exhale. One more time. You're going to hold that leg up towards the ceiling. Slide the right leg out straight. Keeping that left leg nice and straight, you're just going to lead it or draw it over across the body, having the hip lift slightly off the mat, and then bring it back to center. And again. So try not to let the leg collapse. You want to keep control here. One more time. On the next one, you're going to bring that leg over. Feel the hip lift. Pause here. Circle that leg down towards the other leg out nice and wide and back up again. You're going to do that again. Feel that hip lift. Circle the leg down nice and wide. Back up again. 2 more. Good. And bringing the leg up. You're going to take your foot out of the band. Just set the band off to the side so it's out of the way. Arms will come out a little bit wider off the mat. We're going to take both legs up in a tabletop. And we're just going to let our knees fall to one side. Then bring them back to center. And then let the knees fall over to the other side. Back to center. Inhale and exhale. Once you're back to center, you're going to bring the arms down by your side. Okay, now we're going to go into toe tap. So we're going to tap one toe down and then the other toe. And tap, tap. Inhale and exhale. One more time to each side. You're going to hold both legs up in tabletop. Hands will come behind the head. And when you're ready, you're going to curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades and then all the way back down. And again, lift and lower. So working into the core, warming it up. Inhale when your head's down on the mat and exhale as you curl up. That's it for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Lowering the head down, lowering the feet down. Arms will come down by your side. Feet are in position for bridge. We're just going to lift the pelvis up, lifting each vertebrae as we come up into our bridge. We're going to take both arms overhead. I'm just going to rest them on the floor here. We're going to slowly come down, one vertebrae at a time. Once you're down from your bridge, bring your arms back down by your side. I'm going to do that again, lifting up. Keep the arms down by your side until you're all the way up in your bridge. Then at that point, take the arms all the way overhead. Just let them relax, feel heavy here on the floor, and then slowly come down. One more time. Inhale as you lift up into your bridge. Take the arms all the way overhead Nice slow exhale. Come all the way back down. Good. Okay, I want you to slide your hands behind your head. We're going to take both legs up in a tabletop, and then we're going to curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades. We're going to go to our single leg stretch. So extend one leg, and then the other leg. So the head is nice and heavy into the hands. You don't want to have any tension in the neck. You can bring the head down at any time if you're feeling pinching or pain in the neck, if your neck gets tired. Let's do 4, 3, 2, last one. We're going to hold both legs up in tabletop. Make sure you're up nice and high on your shoulder blades. We're going to go into our bicycles. Pulling the belly in and up, keeping the rib cage heavy. Keep breathing. We're going to bicycle backwards now, so changing direction. That's it. Feeling that core working. Head is nice and heavy into the hands. Good. Coming back to center with the legs. Lower the head down. Good. And you just let the knees drop here. Just take a breath. We're going to take those legs back up into tabletop. And we're going to extend the right leg out straight on that 45-degree angle. We're going to curl up to the tips of our shoulder blades. We're going to twist over to the left. Lower the head back to center, and then again, twist. Twist. Good, so the legs aren't moving. Just twisting that rib cage. Let's do 3, 2, last one. Come back to center, bring the knees in, let the feet dangle, bring the head down. Do the other side, so curling back up, lift those feet up. Now I'm going to extend the left leg out straight to that 45-degree angle. We're going to twist to the right. Inhale and exhale. Good. For 3, 2, last one. Good, come all the way down. Good, slide the legs out straight. Arms come all the way overhead. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, curling all the way up into your roll up. And all the way up, reach the hands towards the feet. Little stretch through the spine. Then come all the way back down, one vertebrae at a time. Arms come all the way overhead. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, curling all the way back up. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Reaching the hands towards the feet. You can come up nice and tall here. Good, you're going to get onto one side. You're going to lie down. Head is down, legs are out straight. Hands in front for balance. We're going to lift the top leg so it's at hip height. Bottom leg will lift to tap the top leg. So working the side abdominal at the top here, as well as your inner thigh on that bottom leg. Relax the head, relax the shoulders for 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep that bottom leg lifted. You can point the toes here. Keep the legs nice and straight. I'm just going to do a nice slow scissors. So widen the legs out to the corners of the mat. And then switch. Other leg comes forward as the other leg comes behind. Keep that bottom leg lifted. Good. Come back to center with the legs. Hold the legs up here. We're going to point and flex the feet. Can't see my feet, but I promise you they're pointing and flexing. Squeezing the legs together. Excellent. Good. Lower the legs down. Okay, so we're going to bend the top knee. We're going to bring the foot just in front of our bottom leg, that top leg. And we want to make sure the bottom leg is nice and straight, so it's in line with your torso and in line with the head. You're going to flex your bottom foot, and we're going to lift that bottom leg up nice and high as you can. And then lower down. Lift and lower. lift, and lower. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Again, make sure that the leg is in line with the torso. Keep that foot flexed. Okay, we're gonna hold that leg up here. 10 little pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and lower it all the way down. Good job. Okay, so swinging yourself over to the other side. So head is down, legs are out straight, hips are stacked. When you're ready, lift that top leg. So it's at hip height. Bottom leg will lift to tap the top leg. Tap, tap. And inhale and exhale. Check in with your shoulders. Should feel relaxed. Head should feel relaxed. We want all the energy coming from our abdominals, as well as that inner thigh. Do a few more. We're going to hold the bottom leg up here. We're going to go into our scissors. So you can point the toes if you want. So slow scissors, not too fast. Slow, controlled movements. Good. Keep that head nice and relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Good, bring the legs together here, keep them lifted, squeezing together, point and flex the feet. Point and flex. Point, flex. Good, one more time. Good, excellent, lower the legs down. Bend that top knee, bring that top foot in front of the bottom leg. Top leg is out straight. Flex that bottom foot. We're going to lift that bottom leg up and lower down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So make sure that your leg is in line with your torso. Your head's in line with your torso. You're all aligned, neutral spine. Keep that foot flexed as you lift. Bottom leg is nice and straight. On the next one, we're going to hold the leg up here, 10 little pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg down. Good job, excellent. Okay, so we're going to come up into sitting. We're going to do start to work into the spine and start to work a little bit into the upper back. So in this position, the challenge here is to stay nice and tall. You can bend the knees. You're okay, you can keep your legs out straight. We're just going to have our legs just a little bit wider than our hips. We're going to take the arms out, you can be out on the diagonal. Nice and tall, take an inhale, and on the exhale, I'm going to have you twist to one side. You're going to pause here, 3 little pulses back for 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Inhale and exhale. Other side and pulse for 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. And again, twist. Stay nice and tall as you pulse. Inhale, exhale to twist. The next one, we're going to twist, and as you twist, you're going to pull. The side you're twisting to, you're going to bend that elbow. Good, come back to center, and pull and twist. And do little pulses back. Good. So if you're twisting to the right elbow is bending. If you're twisting to the left elbow is bending. One more time to each side. And twist, twist, twist. Good. Bringing the arms all the way down. Okay, we're going to flip over onto our tummies. We're going to keep working into the upper back. Arms will be down by our side. Legs are out straight. Top of the feet are just pressing gently into the floor. You're going to pull your shoulders back. Make sure you're in a tuck position so you can anchor that pubic bone into the mat. We're just going to slowly start to lift the arms to a hover as we lift the head to a hover. Neck is nice and long here, pulling the belly in. Shoulders are back. We're going to start lifting the arms up. And just lower the nose slightly. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So even though the arms are moving, this is an upper back exercise. So feel those shoulder blades engaging to lift and lower the arms. That's it. Neck is nice and long. Gaze is down towards the mat. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, lowering the arms down. Good job. Push yourself up into all fours. We're going to have our knees in line with our hips. Hands will be just a little bit higher than the shoulders. So we don't want them right in line with the shoulders. Walk them out just a few inches above the shoulders. And you're going to start, we're going to do our triceps. You're going to bend at the elbows. You're going to bring your elbows down to the mat. You're going to press them all the way back up. Down and up. So as you bring those elbows down, you're going to feel your hips hinge back just slightly. Don't let your elbows flail out to the side. Keep them aligned with the hands. Inhale and exhale. Do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, good, 4, 3, 2, good, last one. Good, excellent. Sink back onto your heels. Coming into child's pose and just take a break here. Let us stretch through the back of the arms, through the low back. Good. Come on back up onto all fours. This time walk the hands so they're underneath the shoulders. Just going to round into our cat. So pressing that rib cage up. And then sink down into your cow. Bring the back of the head come towards the tailbone. Inhale into your cat. Exhale into your cow. And again, inhale. And exhale. Come find your neutral spine. Okay, you're going to come on up into standing, coming up nice and slow. Don't want to get dizzy. Just going to have, we'll end the class how we started it. So feet are parallel, hip bone distance apart. It's going to inhale, lifting the arms up. And on the exhale, you're going to start rounding down, sinking down nice and low. At the bottom here, just let the head dangle, let the arms dangle. I just want you to move the arms in a circular motion. So it's like they're dangling like a pendulum. You're just nice and heavy here. Good, bring the arms back to center. Just do a little yes and no nod of the head. Make sure the neck is nice and relaxed. Bring your head back to center. Take an inhale. On the exhale, slowly start rising up. Keep the arms dangling, head dangling. Keep the arms down. Come all the way up.